What is up, everybody? It's me, Trigger Happy Gamer, and today I'm doing another story time. Though this one's a little more not funny or whatever. It's more of a serious topic. This is how I've felt about my body. Uh, and a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's funny." Well, it's a long story. You see, when I was little, I've always been the fattest kid. I was 8 pounds, which was the fattest child in my family, and chubby babies are cute, so that's not a problem. But I always was, fat. Like, I was overweight. That is what and and it was something I couldn't change because that was how I was born, and it wasn't how I was raised. The thing is, I love vegetables. I adore fruits and vegetables, and I've always tried to eat right. It's just my body never really wanted to, you get what I'm saying. I just have slower metabolism than most, even though I had trouble with, I didn't have trouble with eating junk food, but I think it was about 6th grade when it started affecting how I felt. My mom wanted to make a very big push for me going on a diet around then because I was about to go into junior high and didn't want me to feel bad about myself. And I already felt bad about myself. That was just how it had been. I had a bully for 3 years by then, and he always liked to make sure I knew how I was fat and ugly and whatever. But I tried not to let it get to me. So I started dieting around 12 years old, and it wasn't like a crash diet or whatever. It was literally just me having smaller proportions throughout the day. So instead of having having I would have breakfast, then I'd have 2 snacks throughout the day after breakfast and I tried to balance it out a lot more. But it didn't help, and I gained more weight. Don't know why, I just did. Anyway, skip to 7th grade. I was having emotional problems, and that really didn't help my self-esteem. I was in a big drama thing with a bunch of preteen girls, and I still am mad about the whole thing. I still get upset thinking about it, if that tells you anything. I hold grudges, and I'm trying to work on that. But around this time, it was really, it killed me. I felt really fat, and I felt ugly and not good enough. And I know a lot of people feel that. And I know I'm not the only one that does. But, it killed. So I started trying to diet again, and same effect. Nothing happened. And nothing ever did happen throughout junior high. I continued to gain and lose weight. Weight fluctuates. So it wasn't exactly suddenly I was a big circle. No, I just kind of stayed around this. I gradually kept gaining weight until I was I was too overweight in my doctor's opinion, who's been my doctor forever, and she knows what she's talking about. I was a high risk for problems throughout my life, and 9th grade was the year that it started making changes. I got a job. As much of I'm a lifeguard, and it was I'm active more nowadays, but I was the beginning of this year was probably the hardest moment in my life for my body. I had this friend, and he had been my friend for about a year, and he kept calling me fat. You know, whenever I'd be like, I already felt bad about myself, and I don't talk to this kid anymore, but he liked to make sure I knew that I was fat, and I knew that I looked more like a beached whale than a human being. Like, that's the kind of insults he liked to throw at me, to the point where, you know, I wanted to jump in front of a bus. Like, being serious, it killed me. And some days I really, like, some days I still have that, like, oh, you're fat, you look like a beached whale. And it kills, you know, insults hurt. But it was the beginning of this year, January 1st, 2017, that he messaged me, this ex-friend, saying that you're insulting me one last time before we never spoke again. And of course it was making fun of my weight. And of course I cried for like 2 hours because I felt fat. I felt disgusting. And, you know, and I couldn't, you know, look at myself the same way for like 3 months. It was just, I felt really, really ugly. And a lot of people, I know a lot of people who feel like that. I know some people who feel like they can't go to public schooling, or like friends, not only like friends in real life, but friends online who have just felt like they can't go to public school because they'll be made fun of for being overweight, you know? But about a few months ago, I remember looking in the mirror, and it was just something so different. I felt pretty. I felt cute. I had lost about 30 pounds from 10th grade till now. I lost about 30 pounds. And, you know, and I was getting healthy. My doctor was getting excited because I dropped like 3 percentiles. And I was actually in a healthy, I was healthier. I had more energy. And I know throughout my day I could move, and I felt happy. The thing is that no matter what is going on with your body, I know some people who can't lose weight at all because their body won't allow them to. And I know a girl who her body, like, does not want to lose weight, like, ever. And she's, like, super healthy eater and all that, but she's still overweight. But you're beautiful. No matter who you are, you're beautiful. And I know it's kind of, like, cheesy and whatever, but, you know, I've gone through 5 years of trying to lose weight, trying to accept myself. And if that doesn't tell you how damaged, like, if I going, like, crazy over losing weight, and I never went to the extreme. I never tried to starve myself or throw up dinner, thank goodness. But I did some other strange things. I knew that if you're cold, you burned weight faster. So I'd take a shower, I'd get an ice pack, and I'd stick it under my bed, and I wouldn't sleep with the covers on, and I'd turn a fan on, and I'd sleep like that, and it was awful. And I would never recommend anybody trying to go to the lengths I did to lose weight. It was stupid, and it was basically like torturing myself to become thinner because of this ex-friend that made me feel fat. And it's disgusting that people like want you to think that way about yourself, because no matter who you are, you should never starve yourself. If you're obese and you can't lose weight, there's always a way. I found out how to lose weight myself. I lost weight and now I'm a healthier weight, and I'm, not only am I happy with how I look now, I'm, I understand what people go through to lose weight. And one more thing, I understand the struggle of really like feeling sucky about yourself to the point where anything I wore looked ugly, anything I if I couldn't go outside, I kind of wanted to run for a while, but I couldn't go to a gym because I was like, oh, they're going to see my flab going everywhere. And I was absolutely disgusted by that thought. And so I never did go running. Like, I never started running. And, but if anything, the best thing is to accept yourself for who you are, because sometimes you can't change yourself. And I have a lot of friends. I have people who hate themselves. I know people who want to bash their head against a wall repeatedly because they don't love themselves. And I know what it's like to not love yourself. I've gone through it for years. 5 years almost. But I believe in you guys, and everyone's beautiful in their own way. If you don't feel beautiful on the outside, look inside. Don't go to extreme lengths to make yourself pretty. That's really not worth it in the end. Anyway, guys, if you want more stories, leave a comment down below for any idea for a video you have, and I'll check it out. You guys are awesome. I couldn't ask for better people to be subscribed to me. I couldn't ask for better friends, short of a word. See you next time. Love yourself, because you're pretty awesome. Bye.